What's up, guys? It's Coco Barbie, and I'm back with another video. Today is 4th of July, so that's why you hear all those fireworks going off, because it's 9:30 and everybody's popping fireworks, but I felt like doing a video, so I don't really care. Anyways, let me zoom in a little bit. Am I able to even do that? I don't know. Anyways, let me just go up. Now, before I get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me on all social media platforms at Coco_Barbie. Okay, that's Coco_Barbie. That's on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter for health reasons. Like, I feel like that's just, it's not good for my mental health. Plus, I'm the type of person that's going to say the first thing that comes out of my mouth. So sometimes I don't think it's good for me. But anyways, let's dive in. So it looks like I have a date. Have a date. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not really sure. I forgot. I think it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's next week. And am I excited? This date, I mean, I haven't been on a date in like 2 months, maybe 2 to 3 months. And before that, it was a while. I'm just really taking my time with dating. I don't want to jump into anything that's serious, or I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for a commitment yet. Some of you may or may not have known, like, I was in a very toxic, abusive relationship. Not saying that I'm like still suffering from it. No. I just want to take my time. Like, I hate when people be like, well, I gave him some of my best years. I gave him my youth. That's not true. Especially when you're like in your 20s. That's not your youth. Don't listen to these sprinkle and Kevin Samuels and let them tell you that, oh, you can't still snatch them up. Trust me, it's niggas in their 20s still after me. You know what I mean? I know grown women that's in their 40s talking to guys in their 20s. Not saying that's a good thing, but as long as you keep yourself up, look right, and play the part, please. So no, I don't feel like I lost anything. I just want to take my time right now. But yeah, I was in a horrible relationship. And then to find out that he was super, super, super gay was just like the icing up on the cake. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I could believe it, actually. I really could. But I guess it just appeared in my face, and I'm like, oh, okay, wow. It was true. Like, because the way he used to talk about women was just like, I used to always tell him, like, why don't you just be gay? Like, why aren't you just fucking niggas, like, sucking dick? You talk about women all the time in this bad light. Like, I remember one time we was at not Benihana's. We was at Flamin's. What is it called? Flanagan's. And mind you, I was paying. That's another thing I used to always do in that relationship, pay. I was paying, and he had the nerves to talk about like black women and black women is black. I totally got him together, and he was so embarrassed. And I was like, how could you even talk about black women and it's a black woman paying the check? Like, black men, you guys are not even up to par. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Y'all are very low in education. The way you guys make money is just non-existent. I can go on and on. But, you know, he stuck to his usual get mad, scream, call me all type of names. And I'm the type, like, after a while, I'm not going to argue anymore. I'm not going to argue back. Like, some of you guys be in these comments looking for argument, and I don't got it. I didn't even have it while I was in that relationship. Like, I would go silent. I would just check out because I just don't want to argue all the time. That shit is so draining to me. And what I notice is when I'm really in that mood, after I'm done, I want to take a nap. Like, I am drained. I'm completely tired. I'm wiped out. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. But I am going to do a story time, and I'm going to provide all the evidence on here, and I'm going to show you how I found out that this guy was super, super gay, but not today. Because I don't want to miss anything, as well as I want you guys to pay attention to the signs. Okay? And I want it to be very clear. So I don't need no fireworks in the background. I want to show you guys how I found that this guy was super, super gay. But anyways, yeah, I also got this wig from TikTok Shop. This wig was like $20, so you should go on my page and look at my storefront and see, you should purchase it because it's a cute wig. I love a Raggedy Ann wig. Like, I love this look. I've been rocking this look for a long time. Even when people been like, oh, they don't like the look on me, I do not care. I love Raggedy Ann on me. I feel like I look like a doll. And I've been complimented so many times on how I look like a baby doll. So I love it. But anyways, so it looks like Kendrick Lamar dropped his video on 4th of July. Will I be watching it? Maybe. I might be watching it. I don't know. The song is cool. I guess people felt like they needed to take down Drake so bad. I don't know. I don't see that man doing that wrong to me. Like, I don't think it's that deep, but that's not my type of genre. Like, I remember going to Mexico, and I was with these kids that I just didn't click with. And, I mean, all of them. Like, they were hood, and they was just, like, problematic scammers. And I just didn't click. I didn't mesh. But yeah, man, when I tell you they knew everything about Kodak Black and this Kodak, I'm just like quiet because I can't tell you nothing. Kodak cool, but for y'all to know all this, but I promise you, if I was to ask them who was the first president or what president is on a $100 bill, I guarantee you they could not answer that. Or something else. I was with a stripper, a scammer, a nosy fat girl, and that's basically it. And it was just me. The girl that just wanted to look pretty and just be there and have fun. So, I mean, it wasn't Mexico, it was Puerto Rico, actually. But yeah, that's another story time that I have for you guys. Because one of the guys on the trip that we were friends for a long time, and yeah, I got a story for that. What else? So yeah, with Kendrick Lamar, I don't know. I guess he did his big one, especially for him to come back out after not making music and whoop-de-whoop. He came back out and he really set the bar, I guess. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. But yeah, what else? So I've been walking every day. I'm on my way to lose some weight. It's either that or I was going to get gastric bypass, but I don't think I'm that big. So I was going to get a mini gastric bypass in Mexico. It costs like $4,200. But I said, let me start with walking. I've been walking every single day, about 10,000 steps, about five miles. 2.5 miles one way, 2.5 miles, back. I don't see any results, not yet. My habit right now is the habit that I have with food. Food is hard for me. I don't know. I'm always thinking about food and I'm always hungry. I have food noise in my head. I didn't think that was real until I'm like, damn, I really do think about food a lot. So yeah, I also got this dress from TikTok Shop, but let me show you guys. This is how I'm looking so far. Oh, something I spilled on my dress. It looks like a cum shot. Anyways, yeah, this is me so far. Let me show you the back. I just wanna lose some weight. Right now, I'm like two. I'm almost 250. I'm not 250 yet, but I'm almost there. I gotta be like 240. The biggest I've ever weighed in my entire life. But at the same time, you guys, the most confident I've ever been in my entire life. Right? It doesn't make sense. Right? Because when I was skinny, I was with the guy. And even before that. And I felt like I was beautiful and I was like, the beauty standard and whoop de whoop. And I was with the guy that cursed me and treated me like shit. And I still laid on my back for this guy. So evidently the self-esteem was just not there. The value for myself was just not there. But right now, you couldn't do that to me even if you tried. And trust me, after him, I've been tried. But no, there's no way in hell I would ever settle, because that's exactly what I did. I settled. And not even that I settled. Like, I was trying to prove a point. I was trying to prove a point to people, my mother especially. And I guess to him and myself, like, I was just trying to prove a point instead of just realizing, like, this man sucks. His breath stink. And I mean, when I say his breath stink. He had butter all over his teeth. White tongue. He barely took a bath. Like, he stink. And I still laid on my back for this guy. At 150 pounds. Now, don't get me wrong, it's deeper reasons, because at the beginning of our relationship, I used to always call this boy ugly. I'd be like, ugly, yo ugly self, ugly ass, ugly, ugly, ugly. And then one time he even said, like, I think you mean that. And I damn sure think I did, because I was not attracted to him. He was short. He tried to say, oh, he was 6'1". He was 5'9". I mean, he tried to really argue, and on his driver's license it says like 5'10", 5'9". And he would argue with his cousin, Ja, who is 6 foot. And my dad is 6 foot. So I know the difference between a 6 foot guy and not. Because my dad is tall. He's 6 foot. Or 6'1". And I mean, like, he had this thing where he would argue, and not even argue, like, he would yell and argue you down, so you just be like, all right. Like, okay. Like, that's how he was. Like, you get tired of hearing his mouth. Like, that's your parent. You know, you get tired of hearing your mom yelling for something, so you just be like, all right. That's how it was. So, yeah, I wasn't attracted to him. He was just not it. Especially the first time I saw him, oh my God. We've been talking on the phone for months. And he came out in some shorts and his hair wasn't done. And he came out with some dirty sandals and no socks. And I'm just like, okay, maybe he's having a bad day. Like, no. Habitual liar, manipulator, and dirty. But the only thing that I did like was fight. He will fight anybody, anytime. That's it. Because around that time, I needed somebody to fight the world with me, because I was going through a lot. Or fight the world for me, until he started fighting me. But that's exactly what I needed. And that's it. I was treating him like a fucking rag doll, a Rottweiler. Just like how his family treat him. Because his family don't like him either. All of them have come to me and told me something about him. Especially his mom. But I can go on and on and on. But one day I am going to sit and talk about signs of you being in an abusive relationship, how it feels, because everybody was shocked. One, I kept it secret, trying to hide, keep that nigga face clean, and keep my face clean too. But I kept keeping it a secret. Everybody knew and know that I'm so strong, so people just didn't understand. And I knew why. Like, at the time, because I don't have family. I don't have a brother. I don't have a sister. I have them, but they're not here. Like I don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with me. I don't talk to my mom. My dad was in Jamaica. We barely was talking. And it felt like that was our family, like him, me, and my daughter. We just had our little family, and I was just gonna stick by my family because that's all I really needed that. So people didn't understand. Of course, of course, it's not for anyone to understand, to be honest, because that was some fuck shit. And yeah, what happened? He went to jail, and I never looked back. That was the best thing that ever happened. He got tased in front of me, and then I never looked back. And then he went to jail, and then he was crying snot, saying he couldn't breathe, crying like a big baby, and I needed that. I needed to see that. I needed to see that. Now, do I forgive him? Yeah, I forgive him. But I still get to speak my truth. I think some people be like, oh, well, if you moved on, why are you still talking about it? Because I can. And I get to speak my truth. And it's other people out there that's going through the same thing. And they need to know that there's hope. Because he tried to use that on me too. Like at the beginning of the relationship. At the beginning of the end of the relationship. Oh, stop talking about me. And why you still talking about me? And whoop-de-whoop. And it was like, this is my story. How can you tell me not to tell my story just because not only do I have voice recordings of you, I have pictures of you doing fuck shit, video of you doing fuck shit. Like, this is my story, and I'm going to put it all out. Yeah. Yeah. And he's done it as well. Like, he put out nudes of me. But I didn't feel any type of way because he put out nudes of me when I was like real slim, when I had no stomach, a fat ass, and pretty tits. I still got pretty tits, a fat ass, and a little stomach, a pudge, but you can't embarrass me like that. Like, I'm fine as fuck, and I know this. I'm very pretty. I know this. I know this, you know this, be serious. Like, that did not hurt me at all. He didn't even tag me. Like, I didn't even know. This girl named Desiree came on my page, and I asked her what the fuck she want, because she would flirt with him and talk to him. And mind you, that is her baby's father, which his name is Von? No, not Vontae. His name is something. I don't know. His name is something. I forgot. That's which is his friend, supposed to be his best friend. So they playing with each other behind his back. So if you ever see this, know that your baby mama's one summer of 2022, because I was in Tampa while he was babysitting. While I was making money, he was my babysitter. She would come and bring him Zeb, and they would smoke and they would have sex, supposedly. And she even came to my house. I'm pretty sure they probably had sex in my house, but I'm never gonna know. But yeah, I cussed the ass out. Like, what the fuck do you want? And she had told me, and I cussed her ass out again. And I ended up blocking her because, bitch, be for real. Desiree looked like somebody that's sick. Like a girl. I always thought she was sick. Always. Even in high school, because she looked sweaty. I noticed that people with diabetes, God forgive me, people with diabetes have this look of sickness, of like a wet look. So she always looks sweaty to me, like she has lupus or diabetes. So it was like, no shade, no competition. And then she has like these very, very dark circles. I mean, sunken, like tired, stressed, and full of pain. And baby, I was homeless when I was pregnant. You can't tell. My mom used to put me through hell and back. I've been through it for a long time. You can't tell. So, but yeah, I just want to just put some of that out there so you know that the tease is coming. The tease is coming, okay? Now, like I said, I will put out so much information. Not just about that either. about other stuff. Like right now, I had put a foot pill thing, and right now my foot look crazy. Okay. Um, I might have to wear boots tomorrow. If I go on this date, I have to wear boots because my foot look crazy. The skin on my foot is literally just falling apart and off, and it looks crazy. But yeah, man, I have so much to tell. Like one time we had got into a shootout in the car with my daughter and the dog. This was like 7 years ago, but and how my baby's father just now came back around this year and basically wants me to help him out. Mind you, I haven't seen him in 7 years and he needs my help. Do you know what I told him? Yeah, okay. I couldn't believe it. He told me that his dad has Parkinson's and his mom passed away. I haven't spoken to mom in like 8 years. You might as well just say she's dead. Like, I'm so serious, and I don't mean to be like cold, but and my dad has cancer. We all got shit, but I still gotta take care of her. I've never gotten a break from my daughter ever. When I go on these vacations, guess who's right there next to me? So I can't even enjoy it. I can't even enjoy it all the way. I could never get drunk. And if I do, it's a little bit. I go to sleep. I can't never do nothing like off the wall. You know what I mean? Not saying I will, but damn, give me an option. I was gonna make sure she good and I'm good in everybody's situation, and I always gotta look around. I've never had a break. And this summer I was supposed to get the break. He wouldn't pay for the flight. I said, okay, I'm gonna drive. After I already drove to Tallahassee. That's what, 8 hours I drove? And I was willing to drive another 8 hours to take her because that's how bad I needed the break. And he said, oh, I can't give you gas. I said, okay. Fuck it. So yeah, he's supposedly coming this month. My daughter asked if he could stay in the other room. Fuck no. Good luck. I'm never gonna make life easier for you ever. Like for Valentine's Day, I drove everywhere to try to get like a gift for her from him. Although he did send me the money, I was still running around using up my gas, running around store to store to make it perfect for her. I'm not doing that next year. I'm not doing that next year. No shade, but I'm done accommodating people, especially people that don't accommodate me. I'm just learning how to love myself. Like, kid, I am done. I used to be the type to cook and clean and make sure everybody else is okay around me and I'll just be left with crumbs. Like, even how I even plate the food, everybody has nice plating. I do nice little portions, parsleys. I make it look nice, like a nice presentation. Then I go on and then I fix my plate and go sit down. Oh, I stopped doing that. I had to stop doing that. I said, oh no, like this is basically what I'm doing in life. Everybody get the great presentation and I get the scraps? No. So what I do is everybody plate nice, my plate nicer. My plate is the nicest. Or I make my plate first. Okay. So when I have a husband, I'm going to do his plate first. But I'm going to make sure my presentation is nice for myself too. Like, yeah, I've been doing that for years. And just little stuff like that, you got to change. So your brain can get in the habit of, don't play with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'm working on a lot of stuff. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm done. I am gonna do a makeup tutorial, and then maybe when I do the makeup tutorial, then I can, go into depth about the abuse I've encountered, or maybe the gay story time or whatever. I don't know. We'll see, but the tea is juicy. And if you ever been in a situation like girl, call the police. I don't know what type of shit I was thinking. Mind you, I'm always been so quick to call the police, but it was just like something I had to prove. Like, I don't know. But call the police. Don't keep that nigga safe. Don't feel embarrassed. Like, I think people think I'm supposed to be embarrassed because I found out he was gay or sucking dick or fucking trannies or fucking prostitutes, and so I don't care. That's not me. You know what I'm so grateful for? Whether he was fucking trannies, gays, women, little boys, he didn't do any. He didn't touch my daughter, and he didn't give me a STD. Cause I've been with my baby's father, committed. The first man I ever slept with, and the first time I ever slept with a man, and I was with him for what, 3 years? 3 years, faithful me, and he gave me chlamydia. Exactly. So for 6 years being in a toxic, abusive relationship, that nigga never gave me nothing. Now I did have a Bartholin cyst, but that's more hormonal, and I think that has something to do with the stress, and that my body hated that nigga. But I don't think that was like, oh, STD, he gave it to me. No. Although I do think he played a part. Well, he not that exempt, but kid, this girls out here, HIV, AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea. I didn't have any of that. And after that chlamydia shit, you can't pay me not to get tested, whether I'm in a relationship or not. I'm constantly in a doctor's office because we were fucking without a condom. So there's no way. And I already gave a man my trust with that. And the reason I found out was because I was pregnant. I was pregnant. You know how to do those standard tests? That's how I found out. And I remember one time my friend, she found out she had, what's that bump shit? Gonorrhea? Is it gonorrhea? What's the one with the bump? Syphilis? Gonorrhea? I think it's gonorrhea. I don't think it's gonorrhea because I think gonorrhea goes away. It has to be syphilis or something. But something that can't go away. And you have to take like the shit that Young Miami got. And a lot of these celebrities have. Because a lot of them have a lot of stuff. No shade to Young Miami, but that it was a big thing on Facebook. But yeah, or it was on Instagram, but her and her baby daddy was going at it because supposedly one of them gave him something. Okay? But yeah, man, can you imagine? She was married. She was married to that man. And while she was 8 months, 9 months, whatever. Because, you do one at the beginning and sometimes right after you're about to give birth. And that's when she found out. So, if anything, I'm grateful. But yeah, we can get into these type of conversations because I'm grown now. I'm 32. I didn't remember. I'm older. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about all this tea that I just gave and all this commentary that I basically gave on my life that I lived. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at Coco_Barbie. And until then, bye.